Hello, 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 my loves, my lovelies. Welcome back to a new video on my second channel. So my second channel is kind of just dedicated to whatever I want, whatever I feel like posting. Today we are doing just kind of like a ramble, soft-spoken ramble on the beach. This is a private beach right now. I am the only one here. There are some occasions where people walk by, but it's not really like the end of the world. They just walk by and continue on. So I just filmed the whispered version of this, the ASMR version. And I just wanted to sit here and chit chat now, just for a video for my second channel. So we'll do it in a soft-spoken voice so that you can still relax to it if you'd like. But, I really, really want to document my travels, but it's hard to vlog. It's very hard to vlog a daily sort of thing, especially when I'm around like new people all the time and there's just not always a good moment to pull out my camera. So maybe this will be a good way to do this. So just to give you guys a little bit of an update, I'm currently on an island called Koh Rong, which is in Cambodia, and it's very, very beautiful. It's one of my favorite places that I've ever been to. Honestly, it is stunning, and it's such good vibes. Unlike a lot of other beachy places in Southeast Asia, it's very undeveloped in a lot of places. So you kind of have the main area, and then you've got some hostels and hotels along the beach, but there really isn't a lot. It's not very built up, which I really appreciate. So for those who don't know, I've been backpacking around Southeast Asia for over 2.5 months now. You probably know this because I do talk about it. And if you follow me on Instagram, then you would have seen me posting every day. And I've done my ASMR at the beach, ASMR on a boat, ASMR by the pool. So you kind of know that I'm not really at home. So I want to tell you guys a little story thing. So basically, I do backpacking trips through different countries. I've been doing that for 2 years now. Started off a month in Europe and I did it solo. And I really, really enjoyed it. It was awesome. So then the following January, I backpacked Costa Rica and some of Panama. Again, solo. Loved it. Then last year in May, I went to Europe again for 6 weeks. I backpacked solo through there as well. But I decided for my next trip that I wanted to go to Southeast Asia, which is where I am now. And I was going to do 9 weeks in Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. And I kind of had it all planned out. I was going to arrive in Thailand January 15th, fly home March 17th. And I was going to be meeting up with my friends from university in Vietnam. And it was all going to be great. Everything was planned, everything was booked. I get a little bit into my trip and I realize something weird has happened. And that is, my flight home got canceled. My flight home got canceled, you guys. And I actually didn't know this. It took me calling the airline about an unrelated reason for them to tell me, oh, your flight on March 17th back to Toronto is canceled. So I was like, what the heck? So I ended up getting a refund for that. And it's very interesting because I was not expecting that at all. And so what I did is I kind of took it as a sign to just stay longer. If there is a sign out there, this is it. This is it. It's a perfect opportunity. to just travel for a little bit longer. And so, yeah, I was supposed to fly home on March 17th. I was supposed to be home a few weeks ago. I'm filming this on April the 6th. So I started my trip January 15th. It's now April the 6th. So it has been like 2 months and like 3 weeks or something. We're almost at the 3-month mark, which is crazy. That is the longest I've been away. I've traveled the longest I've been away from home. But I just really want to say something about this. And this is not me trying to like brag or anything like that, because I want to mention that you don't have to be rich to be traveling like this. In fact, like if you don't know anything about backpack traveling, essentially it's where you throw all your stuff into a backpack and you stay in hostels throughout your time, which hostels are pretty cheap. In Vietnam, I was paying like $10, 10 Canadian dollars a night to sleep. I stayed in hostels as cheap as $5. So, you're doing all this and you're not going to these luxury resorts, okay? You're not eating at these 5-star restaurants. You are eating street food from the markets. You are, cooking your own food sometimes. You're taking the public transportation. You're not getting a private shuttle to your next destination. No. You are taking the boat, the bus, the another bus, the minivan. You're taking these 10-hour travel days. You're not really flying to each city. You are going by bus and whatever else. And a lot of people who do this don't have money. Like my friends from university who I've been traveling with, they basically what you do is you just save up your money and then you quit your job to travel for a few months, or you just finished school and you've got some money saved up and you just travel. So I think that's a really big misconception, is that like you have to be rich to do this, but that's absolutely not the case. Nobody that I know who I meet, and the thing is, when you stay at hostels, you meet hundreds of people. I've met hundreds of people on this trip, and all of them have the same story. They are like, or some people, it's not that they're traveling for a long time, so they quit their job and they're going off of whatever money they have, and they are working along the way, because you can volunteer at hostels and stay there for free, or you can find little odd jobs to do. So it's just not what people think it is. It's not a vacation. It's not really relaxing for the most part. Some of it can be very stressful. And so for me, I do it a little bit differently from other people, which is where I make my content on the road as well. So I do have my stuff with me to do this all, and it's really great. It's really fun because I get to film in really cool locations, and you guys really like. I'm very, very fortunate. That's the thing too, is like everyone who is on this, who's backpacking around Asia, like it is a privilege to be able to do that. I understand, but it's not like these people are like rich in doing this. A lot of these people are just traveling till the money runs out, and then they'll go back home and get more money again. And a lot of people kind of like do the same thing. They'll work and they'll travel and work and travel. And yeah, so if you've been considering it, you 100% can do it. If you have any questions about how to kind of get started with solo traveling, let me know. I'll answer. But yes, that's another thing too, is traveling solo. I am a very independent person, so I don't really have a problem solo traveling. And plus you meet so many people along the way as well. So if you're worried about that, don't even worry. Don't even worry. But let's get into kind of everything. So I spent 7 weeks in Thailand when I was only supposed to do 4 weeks there. But when I realized that my flight home was canceled, I was like, ooh, I'll stay here longer, because I absolutely loved Thailand. I have to say, it is my favorite country that I've ever been to. It is amazing. I went to so many places, so many of the islands and national parks and everything like that. Like, such an amazing time. Yeah, I I loved it. After Thailand, I spent a month in Vietnam, and that's where I met up with my friends, and we traveled from the north to the south together. And then the highlight there was the Ha Giang Loop. I actually filmed a vlog over the 4 days of the Ha Giang Loop, which one day I'll get around to editing and posting that on this channel. But if you don't know, the Ha Giang Loop is a motorbike road through the Vietnamese mountains and villages and farms, and it's insanely gorgeous. So we did that. That's a highlight of my life, honestly. Then we saw, yeah, North Vietnam, then we went down all the way to the south, and now we are here in Cambodia. So we started off in Phnom Penh, and then Kampot, and now Koh Rong. And after this, actually tomorrow is when I split off from my friends because they'll be continuing on, but I'm staying in this area for another little bit, and then they're going to Thailand. And I've already been to Thailand, so I'm going somewhere else. But yeah, so this trip so far has been very, very good. I have loved it, but I have also had moments where I get homesick. And I didn't really feel that until about like the 2 month mark. Started to feel like, ooh, I don't know, I kind of hit a bit of a low, because that's going to happen at some point. You're going to hit a bit of a low. And I was just like, maybe I want to go home. But then it kind of passes, you know. Like I said, I'm currently on Koh Rong in Cambodia. And I'd have to say that this is in my top places that I've ever been to. It is just so good. It is great here. Actually, later today, there is a big party on the beach. It's actually that beach right over there. I don't know if you can see like those people swimming in the water. Maybe they're too far away. But actually right there, there's a big beach party. It goes on from the day into the night. A big thing about traveling is there's a big drinking culture in hostels. And, you know, I do like a drink here and there, I do. But you definitely need to kind of balance it out. That's a big thing. You can't be drinking every single night. That is not going to be enjoyable for very long. So yeah, you just got to find that balance. But I am very excited for this party because I've met a lot of really good people on this island. There's going to be like literally everyone's going to be over there. So it's going to be good. Another thing about traveling that, I don't know, a lot of people, I don't know, this is a whole other topic, but traveling to find yourself and traveling and da-da-da and discovering who you are and all this jazz. I don't want to say that I'm a completely changed person, like I've discovered my entire life because of traveling, but it definitely has changed my life in some ways. First of all, when I'm traveling solo, I tend to be my most authentic self because, you know, you're constantly meeting new people and you really realize how you are in those situations, and it brings out the most authentic you. You're not being fake. You don't need to be fake, you know? You are just here meeting people, and it just, I can't describe it, but I just genuinely feel like my most truest, happiest, authentic self when I am like solo traveling. You can just do whatever the heck you want. You know, it really helps you to figure out different aspects of who you are, what kind of things you like, what kind of things you don't like, how you act in certain situations, how you handle certain situations, especially because when everything is put onto you and only you, that all that responsibility is there, and so you've got to figure it out, you know. So I do think it can be very life-changing in that way, and just like in general, it's a really great experience. I will say that some of my biggest life realizations have happened while I was traveling. It just gives you a different perspective. It also gives you a really different perspective of the world, and you see how other people live, how they do things. It just gives you a different look to things. It's so hard to describe. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like my genuine, true self lately, and I've been loving creating this content for you guys. It is seriously super fun. I mean, my second channel, I don't really know. I just post whatever I want. Maybe I'll start like a traveling ASMR artist series where we do a bit like less of the tinkly tinkly type of ASMR and more kind of like chill rambles, just vibing out, whatever, lo-fi, whatever kind of stuff that comes to my head, ASMR. But we'll see. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to ramble right now and say, yeah, I've been on the road for, I don't know exactly how many days it's been, probably like, I want to say like 30, 60, maybe like 75 days, maybe like 80, maybe 80 days. Oh, there's a person. It's funny, actually, a lot of people have walked by as I was filming this, and as I was filming the other ASMR video that I made, and so it's kind of awkward, but they just keep walking, just smile and keep walking. I mean, it's not really that crazy to see someone recording a video. I mean, come on, look where we are. But yeah, you guys, I just wanted to sit and ramble for a second. There'll probably be more videos like this on this channel. Any like recommendations or like suggestions, requests for different kind of things that you want to see, let me know. If you have any questions of anything at all, we're just here to chat, okay? This will be like my ramble channel or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like you can't have too much of a set plan for things. You just kind of have to do it and it will fall into place of how it's supposed to be, you know? That's like my niche with ASMR on my main channel is like, it just kind of turned out to be that way, you know? I just kind of formed my own like channel identity, not by like forcing it, just by whatever happened, you know? So maybe that's what'll happen here. But thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go finish my jungle ASMR video actually, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Like the video, you know, do the do. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye guys.